Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe if you like. Why do you like to be alive? There's an old man I sometimes visit who can talk your ear off for hours on end. You'll sit down with him, and he'll start to unload his stories, one after the other, of his old friends, his years in the radio industry, and his misadventures chasing women. Once, halfway through his usual ramble, he stopped, turned to me, and said, "You know what? Life is fun. And it stinks to know that I'm getting close to the end because the whole thing's just been so damned fun." That's always stuck with me. It's my belief that the person who's had the most successful life is the one who, when it's all said and done, has the best stories to tell his grandkids. I survived cancer. I was given weeks to live and miraculously got remission. Life post-cancer is a terrible struggle, mentally and physically, but I wouldn't trade it for the alternative. I now get to watch my adorable niece grow up. I get to look at the world with a completely different perspective. I get to enjoy being with my wife and traveling the world as much as possible. Death would solve a lot of the pain I currently live with, but the eternal sadness it would cause my family would haunt me. I'm terminally ill, and the closer I've gotten to death the more I've just sat back and watched nature, genuinely stopping to smell the roses. It's the little things in life that make life worth living. The family of birds in a nearby tree communicating with each other. The dog you wake up every morning to and can't wait to see you and be around you. I even oddly lyle watching the trees rustle on a windy day. Watching my fish swim around their aquarium. Valuing the time and memories I make with my wife and friends. People that say life isn't worth living need to try their very best to smell the roses, watch the sunrise or sunset. I know sometimes life really can get us down in the dumps, but life is truly beautiful. Edit. Just woke up and checked all the notifications. Thank you everyone for the awards and the very nice words. It's very humbling to get so many beautiful responses. I've done my best to read and like as many as possible. One comment I noticed is about how close to death we come. My fate was luckily decided by my oncologist. I was in ICU last year. I was septic and I had a superbug the doctors couldn't get on top of. My kidney had completely stopped, and I only have one kidney. Fortunately, when the ICU had the various teams come together to decide whether to continue or let me go, my oncologist demanded they continue to treat me because I'm young, 29, and my heart and lungs are in good shape. I'm still here to this day, so I owe it all to that man who saved my life multiple times. I sat with my wife and cried, told her I was ready to go, and laid patiently with my eyes closed, ready to be taken away. It just didn't happen. Since that moment I've done my absolute best to enjoy the little moments in life that we easily brush past and let go unnoticed when we are busy and living a healthy normal life. I'll try to individually reply to comments where I can. Thank you everyone. They say people who are closing to death have their entire life flash before their eyes. They can very well judge what was good and what was bad. They are certainly a good source of wisdom. It's pretty amazing listening to them. I myself fear death to a point it freaks me out. And it's surprising how people say they will miss things like trees, soil, animals and family. Just the same things we take for granted. We must realize and learn from what they've got to say and act on it. My prayers are with Ok. In late 1999, Terence McKenna described his thoughts concerning his impending death to interviewer Eric Davis. "I always thought death would come on the freeway in a few horrifying moments, so you'd have no time to sort it out. Having months and months to look at it, and think about it, and talk to people, and hear what they have to say, it's a kind of blessing. It's certainly an opportunity to grow up, and get a grip and sort it all out. Just being told by an unsmiling guy in a white coat that you're going to be dead in 4 months definitely turns on the lights. It makes life rich and poignant. When it first happened, and I got these diagnoses, I could see the light of eternity, La William Blake, shining through every leaf. I mean, a bug walking across the ground moved me to tears. There's a lot of places I still want to go, books I want to read, movies I want to see. Even if I don't get to experience it all before I die, I like the anticipation of it all. The idea that any random day you can meet someone who might change your life at most and be someone you enjoy being around at the least has helped me. I met an old man battling cancer at work a few years back, and he is one of the most generous and thoughtful humans I have ever met. I was never close to my grandparents, and I think a young adult having an older, wiser person in their life to look up to can be very important. I stayed alive for so long, not because I wanted to, I really didn't want to at all, because I worried about my mom. She's my best friend and she would be devastated if I died. And for my half siblings, because they were living in an unhealthy environment and I wanted to be there in case they ever needed me. Thankfully, I now want to be alive to travel, start a family, and spend all the money I don't have on things I like. And music. Well, music was always there keeping me alive. Watching sunrises with a hot cup of tea. Singing my favorite songs in a place with good acoustics. Using really soft yarn to knit something nice for someone. Calling a friend and hearing the joy in their voice when they realize it's me. Snow days. Making s'mores at a bonfire. It's all the little things. I hope you can find all the little things you love in life. There's so many. Please be safe, friend. Edit. Thank you all so much for the awards, including my first silver. Pretty sure no one will find this comment, but hey, today was a good day for me. I just got my first electric piano, and I'm eager to learn this instrument. Now that is a reason to be alive. Music. I wanna master this thing before I go. Edit. Thank you kind strangers for all the awards and all the reply comments wishing me luck. Really made me feel great. I've been wanting to play the piano for about 3 years now, but only a few days ago I managed to convince my parents to get me one. I've been pretty depressive for the past few years for reasons, but I hope this thing can get me back on track. To all of you who are in the same boat with me, I wish you all well. We are all gonna make it. Man, all the good in this world. Joking around and laughing with your friends until you can't breathe anymore. A random dog running up to you to sniff your butt. Getting your first kiss. The smells from bakeries when you head out in the morning. Staring at the moon late at night knowing there's someone out there doing the same. Hugging your parents after not seeing them for a while. Cuddling with you so after you did the beep peep scaddedly do. A stranger's baby smiling at you when you're waiting for a bus. The taste of the watermelon on a hot summer day and laying on the couch under a blanket watching the flames in the fireplace on a cold winter evening. Listening to the music in your bed on a Friday night knowing you don't have to set up an alarm for tomorrow. Texting your crush late at night, both of you being dead as tired, but neither one wanting it to stop. The feeling of accomplishment when you finally learn to tie your shoes yourself. When you finally reach the bathroom after having to pee really bad. Telling a joke and the whole group of people laughs. Reading a book at the seaside while the sun unbeknownst to you slowly burns in a dick a sibling drew on your back with a sunscreen. Finally beating a game you've been playing for weeks. Making a meme yourself, and thousands of strangers on Reddit like it too. When you inconsistently water your cactus, but the cactus is just fine with it and it blooms to thank you, and you didn't even know cactuses can bloom. When you're really tired after a workout and your muscles are sore the next day, but hey, you know you did something good for yourself. Starving yourself because you know grandma is going to cook your favorite meal and you have to eat it all. I keep hoping something worth living for will happen to me. I fought for it and got it back. Stood on a bridge in December, but family and therapy got me back on track. There are still a lot of lost emotions and confusion within me, but my therapist and me are working on it. That is the shit, right there. Being tough enough, or desperate enough, to work with whatever therapy can throw at you. Doing that can make you invincible, in a strange counterintuitive way. Don't know you, but I'm glad you're still here, dude. Honestly, a good story. I used to devour libraries as a kid. I usually have something going on in the background while I work, and I'll listen to fiction podcasts voraciously. There's always a new story, but that moment, when you find a good one, and it connects with you, chef's kiss. I never knew my father, and my wife is pregnant with our first child. I like being alive, because I'm about to get the chance to be the dad I needed when I was growing up. Really the only reason is my family and friends. The only reason I wouldn't to die is because I know it would hurt them. Humanity. Those rare moments of humanity makes me love being alive and being human. There are many things that make me like being alive, like my best friends, my husband, his daughter, my dog, a future. I just have to wait through all the bullshit to enjoy them. Edit. We've been together for almost 5 years now, and his daughter is my stepdaughter. It was at her request and I won't call her my daughter until she asks me to. Even though I need to remind myself sometimes, I like to be alive, because my husband and family give me joy and purpose. Ultimately, I need to not be so hard on myself sometimes, and I think most people could relate to that. I need to take more joys in my successes rather than think, cool, finally didn't fuck something up, which is what I tend to do. Seeing people's faces when they get a nice text, getting the window seat on a plane, playing with babies, flipping through a stack of records, hitting the rev limiter, perfectly ripe watermelons, my dog, everything lavender scented, a goal scored with 2 minutes left in the third, when the coffee/cream/sugar balance is flawless, painting a room with friends, the electrical bus when you walk downtown after rain, overdressing for events, finding something you thought was lost forever. I could write a million of these, and they change every day. The end. Thanks for watching.